What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Catwoman issue number 57. This is the Gotham War Part 3. And this will be picking us up right after Batman issue 137. And so far, the Gotham War, it really hasn't been received with any kind of warm welcoming. Many people I have seen so far are just not liking this. Now, me personally, I have no issue with it. People say that this feels almost out of character for Batman. This whole Gotham War and the Bat family not necessarily turning their backs on Batman, but they're not agreeing with his methods, because Catwoman's methods seem to be getting results. With only violent crime being dropped, Gotham is looking like a nicer place. But that doesn't change the fact that robbery, it is definitely at an all-time high. And we have already seen that robbery can lead to death. This is what Batman has been trying to tell Catwoman and the rest of the Bat family, but nobody seems to be listening. Now, Nightwing and the others, they're really sidelining themselves. They're not getting directly involved on either side, except for Red Hood. He seems to be joining up with Catwoman, and Damian obviously picking his father's side. Nightwing and the rest, they're not really getting involved heavily, though they are trying to prevent an all-out civil war between the family. And if all of this isn't enough, we have seen Batman's psyche beginning to break. It has been breaking for quite some time now. It has been one thing after another, whether it be Red Mask, whether it be Failsafe. All of these things have been building up, and the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, he is plotting. We don't know what, but obviously it's gotta be his escape, for his complete and absolute control over Bruce Wayne. And if his psyche wasn't already messed up enough, Vandal Savage has shown up at the manor, he has bought it, and he has taken it as his own. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Vandal Savage and Batman. Batman absolutely furious. Wondering how he is here in his house, Batman goes to swing on him, but Savage says that this is my home now, stopping Batman's punch right as it's thrown. He tells Batman that he paid for it, that in his time, he would have taken it with blood and armies. But now, all he had to do was make a few phone calls. And he tells Batman that if you raise your fist to me again, then he will have the authorities come and remove him from his home. And Batman has to ask, you're thousands of years old. You're an immortal from the Stone Age. What could you possibly want with Wayne Manor? But Batman said it himself. It has been a long time since he has made his home in such a lovely cave. As we pick up a little bit later, we have Batman standing at the grave of his mother and father. He tells them that he lost the manor, that he shared his home with others. He shared his wealth with good people, and now it is all gone. But he refuses to lose them, that his best soldiers, they can't be bought, but they can be saved. This is what picks us up with Catwoman and Marquise. Catwoman has been keeping her eyes on Batman, and she sees that Vandal Savage has returned. He's got his eyes set on Batman. Catwoman knows that Batman is coming apart. This is something that has happened before. He wants Gotham that is good instead of a Gotham that is healthy. But she's got to put this to the back of her mind. She wants to go down to the new recruits. As they have set up shop in a new place, the Duchess of Gotham begins to let them know what their next mission is gonna be. She tells all of them that what happened at the Iceberg Lounge was because of complacency. Batman may not kill you, but it is true. He will do whatever it takes to stop you. That he may think that we are at war, but this is no army. This is a thieves guild. They are all responsible for each other. This is where we have the arrival of Red Hood. Tonight the guild is teaming up and they are gonna go take on the Gala for the Arts. But they're not there to steal any art or anything of that nature. They are there to steal cars. Considering Red Hood's history, he would be one of the best to lead in this Grand Theft Auto, because he was the boy who stole the wheels right off of the Batmobile. Who better than to help teach these guys on how to do Grand Theft Auto? As we pick up with Batman, he heads off to the Riddler. The Riddler has sent out a message to the Dark Knight. The Riddler has no intention of necessarily working with Batman. but he sees what Catwoman has been doing as really a threat to all of them, to all of the underworld. Taking away all of the henchmen, this is hugely affecting the criminals of Gotham, the warlords if you will. And so the Riddler is pointing Batman just in the right direction, where Catwoman will be hitting this evening. An opportunity for Batman not only to stop Catwoman, but also for the Riddler to get back his henchmen. As we pick up at the gala, we have Red Hood in a mask, all the valet in a mask, but they all work for Catwoman. They are all part of the Thieves Guild. As they make the preparations, Red Hood giving the guidance to all of his pupils. Once they have all left, this is where we have the arrival of Batman. Batman doesn't waste any time taking some swings at Red Hood, but Batman also tries to let him know that you are more than a criminal. This is where Red Hood, he begins to make a run for it. Red Hood is a distraction, leading him away from the scene of the crime, but he's a good distraction because it's working. Batman is not gonna lose him. He refuses to lose Red Hood to Catwoman, and so as Batman chases him down, we pick up with Catwoman inside the gala, dressed to the nines, looking absolutely fantastic. Really, she's just keeping her eyes on everybody, on everything. While she robs them blind on the outside, on the inside, they think that they are safe. Many of the rich and powerful, they are now feeling more safe to come out into public. With violent crime being down, they think that they are much safer. What they are completely unaware of is that Catwoman's goons are on the inside, and they are being robbed of all of their jewelry and everything else in between. You see, once they all realize that their cars have been stolen, none of them are going to be focused on the jewelry that was taken this evening. But while this is ongoing, we pick up with Red Hood on his motorcycle, hightailing it away. This is when Batman grabs him off of his bike and yanks him down to the ground. Jason asking, "Do you want me dead? Like, are you freaking crazy?" Batman tells him that I never want you to die, that I won't ever let you die ever again. But he also can't watch him destroy himself. He tells Red Hood that you don't have to fight alongside me, but don't fight with me. Now Red Hood goes on to say that he has more in common with Catwoman than Batman, that he is with her because he believes in her, not in spite of him, that violent crime is way down. He believes that Batman has lost it, chasing down his own interests at the moment instead of stopping crime. But the way Batman sees it, Red Hood is his family. He could care less about them stealing some cars if it means he gets his son back. This is when Batman comes up from behind Red Hood, a needle in hand, and he injects it into the neck of Red Hood, unwilling to let Red Hood risk everything, telling him that he's always been a good soldier, but now it is time to rest. As we jump back over to the gala and we pick up with Catwoman and Nightwing. Nightwing is looking for some neutral ground to have a conversation. This seems to be the best place to do that. Catwoman a little concerned that maybe Jason said what was going on here, but Jason didn't tell Nightwing what was happening. Nightwing knew that she would be here. This is her favorite ballad. He got to see it with her and Bruce back in the day, one of the first things that Bruce ever allowed him to tag along to. He had gotten a Shirley Temple. In that moment, he felt so grown up. She had told him that this was her favorite ballad. Now, Catwoman says that you talk like this, and it really does make her feel so stupid that they are all fighting. And this was the entire point. Nightwing is trying to make her see that none of them should be fighting. The only reason that Nightwing was even fighting Batman to begin with is because Batman was fighting Tim and Jason. Nightwing was trying to break up the fight. Batman obviously wanted to fight. Nightwing is trying to stop everybody from doing this fighting, regardless of them disagreeing on methods on how to handle Gotham. Nightwing is really trying to be the voice of reason, but with Catwoman going back inside, a man grabs hold of her and begins to dance. This man just so happens to be Vandal Savage. Savage is letting Catwoman know that you need to stay out of my way. Savage says that this city has many treasures, unlike any other. He is also trying to recruit her, saying that he needs a very powerful lieutenant, that we could bring Batman down to his knees together. But Selina has no want nor need to bring him down. She is not trying to hurt Batman. Batman. They just have a disagreement. With Selina having nothing more to say, she walks away. She tries to get in communication with Red Hood, but he is not answering. He is not answering because right now Batman has him tied up. Jason asking, "What did you do to me?" Batman says that it's nothing he's proud of, but he wanted to take Red Hood out of the fight. This is between Batman and Catwoman. He doesn't want to fight his own children. To avoid this, he will go to the extreme. Even it means drugging them and tying them up to ensure that they cannot fight him. Now, Catwoman doesn't understand that Batman is the one responsible for kidnapping Red Hood. She is so scared right now because he is missing. She is worried what Bruce would think. Bruce would never forgive her if she lost Red Hood. And so while she searches the city, we pick up with Marquise. And what we learn about her is that she is working for somebody. Though she may not be happy to do it, that somebody is her father, because her father is Vandal Savage. He calls her Scandal and lets her know that she has been embedded with Miss Kyle for so long. Certainly she can wait just a little bit longer. And that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely an interesting turn of events. We are seeing that Savage is making plays. It appears that he is trying to take Gotham for his own. And one of Catwoman's most trusted allies is working against her, is the daughter to Vandal Savage. But I do hope that people liked this issue a little bit better than what we had seen. A lot of people, like I said in the beginning, were saying that Batman was out of character. But if anything, in this issue, it really felt like he was Batman. That this wasn't out of character at all. And I feel like the rest of the Bat family, they're not out of character either. Red Hood has been going down a very odd path lately to begin with. One minute he's got guns, one minute he's not using them any longer, one minute he thinks that he might be working with the Bat family again, the next he's not even talking to them. He's a young man struggling to figure out where his place is, but Batman is going out of his way not to hurt him, but to take him out of the fight. Batman doesn't want to hurt any of his children. He is simply trying to make sure that they are not collateral damage in this Gotham War. And Nightwing is working on both angles. He's trying to get both Catwoman and Batman to understand that they don't need to be fighting one another. Like Selina said, it is so stupid that they are all fighting, but sometimes stubbornness and ego, they get in the way. Sometimes our pride is too big to see that we are making mistakes, even if we believe that we are right. Even if Batman thinks that he is right in this situation, emotions can cloud judgment, which means sometimes we don't make the best decisions. Batman is no exception. He may have great training. He may be one of the best in the world, but it doesn't mean that he can't mess up. He is only human. Humans make mistakes. The same can be said about Jason Todd and Catwoman. We have to remember that these people, they're not perfect. That they are gonna make mistakes, they're gonna let their emotions, their egos, their prides get the better of them. And Batman, more than anybody, has been struggling. His mental state, it is being ripped apart. So you can't expect Batman to act rationally every single second. And we also have to remember that the Bat family, they're all young. Yes, they have been trained under Batman, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna make mistakes as well. On the surface, Selina Kyle's plan, it looks like a good idea. Less people are being murdered. Less people are being hurt and stabbed and bruised and beaten. On the surface, this looks like the better option, but Batman, with all of his years of experience and training, he understands that this is only causing a boiling pot. That eventually, this is all going to explode. That the criminal underlord, the warlords, they are gonna come for their henchmen. The Catwoman, she may have the best of intentions, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And maybe a couple years ago, Batman may have actually been able to have them understand, to talk to them and have them understand the ways that they are going down are bad. But with everything that he has been through, he is having trouble being able to communicate this properly. Instead, he used brute force. And while brute force has its benefits, punching your way through this is not gonna be the solution. What he did with Red Hood, I'm actually really happy that he went down that path. Now, Red Hood, obviously, he's gonna take this as an insult. He's not gonna like it. He's gonna be very, very mad. But I think it is the best course of action for Batman to do, given the circumstances. Now we have to wonder how Nightwing and the rest of the family are gonna take this. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything that has been going on with the Gotham War. Go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Batman. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.